Let's see. Now, this whole forest is flashing, like, no? It's dumb. It keeps flashing as though, like, I haven't started harvesting it yet, but no. I can harvest. I don't know what's going on. Well, that's okay. So we're just gonna run back. My inventory is stupid full, and I have no idea how to, like... It would be nice if you could have, like I said, caches that you just, like, drop all your stuff off. And say Gani would come along and just be like, oh, hey, sweet stuff. And just bring it back to camp for you. Okay. Well, we're going to go back to camp. We're going to probably have her start on a hut. What? Why did that just... The objective went red, and it's like... It went red, and then it went away. And then it was replaced with itself. But no, the, I guess I should probably maybe preempt it a little bit. The dumb comment of that's racist was from, what's that? I think that was something that we would do from our old D&D campaigns. Where anytime anybody called anybody else by a label, even if it didn't make any sense or had no racial connotations, we just decry it as that's racist. So I think it was to the point where we started a D&D campaign, and half of us never like named our characters, or maybe we did, but for whatever reason, like nobody had heard my character's name yet, and so everybody was just calling me Druid. And I was getting progressively more like, I was role-playing my character getting progressively more racist, so to the point when anybody referred to him at all, he would just call them racist. It probably wasn't the most conducive for actual role-playing, but, like, I don't know, we couldn't stop giggling about it.
Someone new in the camp. Just came in from the wild. Her name is Gani.
I think Gani's really nice. She's always offering to help with everything.
She just got here! I guess it was also kind of amusing because the druid very specifically was a treant. So I think we eventually decided that it wasn't so much racist as well, shoot, arborist. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. It's been years. Just start jamming huts down kind of wherever. I don't know if we actually have to worry about space. Now, did she make it back? Okay, wood cutting. Okay, she's out wood cutting. Well, she'll work on it at some point. Do you wonder what's your plot theory? I have none. I don't theorize much on plots as much anymore. I shouldn't, at least. Because I'll start actually just calling the plot left and right, and then we'll have no surprises for the rest of everything. Let's see. Grab 2 of those. Okay, you do need to keep an eye on space. Some buildings are large. Good to know.
Diminishing your pain. The returning agony will be terrible.
Okay, well, I'll have her work on a hut. Because at this point, we want to keep her needs down. In general, honestly, we're going to want to keep everybody's needs to, like, a bare minimum, if possible. Because I don't mind losing because of a mistake I made. It'd be annoying to lose because I ran out of food. Because everybody was too hungry. That would get obnoxious. Also, thank you, Jambiz, for the 330 bits. 330 bits. Okay, well. Back out we go. You don't want buildings getting too far forward and stopping you from making walls. I was actually probably going to make the walls sooner than later. Like, probably make the walls first, try and maximize the amount of space that I'm using. Wow, those, these do not get you a whole lot of max health back, do they? No, probably walls first, that way I know how constrained I am. And I guess we'll just end up with some kind of, like, really dense shanty town for this. At least until I die, at which point then we'll start over and then problem solved. I guess for those of you that have played this before, how often did you die? Or were you actually able to get through this without death? Ugh, I need those dogs, man. I am kind of prepared. We could go out of our way and just immediately head for the fort. Actually, you know what? Let me double check the map. Yeah, let's head for the fort. I'm gonna skip every other objective, because you can fast travel to and from the fort. And that would save me some amount of walking, and I think maybe give me a wolf. See, a lot when you ran into stalkers. Stalkers are easy to beat. I like the difference in messaging we end up with here. Go for the northern one first. I heard the, sure. I heard this one locks you off, though. I'm gonna go for the northern fort second. Because I heard this is a dead end over here. And I always go for dead ends first. It makes me feel safe, which is stupid. But, like, I don't know. Mainly, I always try and progress the plot as slowly as possible. And so, by going this way, we might not actually get the dogs. I'm assuming we get the dogs from the other fort. But I'll have this whole area open. And also, this is where I was going originally. Let's see, go to the cave on the right. I don't even know where this cave is. Oh, it's probably that. I would ask that you guys slow down a little bit on the backseat gaming. I will ask questions, but I don't need, like, too much. Like, specifically go into the cave. Because I'll find it eventually. Because now that I know there's a cave, yeah, I'm gonna go do it. But, like, you don't need to tell me, man. I'll figure it out. Because if everybody's telling me, go to the North Fort, go to the cave, go to the wherever, it ruins the feeling of me playing the game. Because at this point, there's no sense of discovery of, I found a cave. It's, go to the cave, if that makes sense. And I'd actually prefer to avoid that sort of thing. Because, yeah... Oh. Yeah, especially because I'm not entirely convinced I'm ready to fight this guy. Like, at all. And, yeah, definitely standing by the don't tell me that shit. Let me find that on my own, because that is... Like, especially after I say, don't tell me what to do, don't immediately say, hey, by the way, there's a boss in there, too. Like, that's... This is why I get really cranky about backseat gaming, because, like, yeah, you actually did just, like, take some amount of feeling of, like, exploration and unearthing from me, and I don't really like that. Because, yeah, I know you guys have beaten this game before, and yeah, I am actually asking for collective wisdom a lot here. But I'm also, like, hoping to discover some of this game on my own. I just want clarifications on mechanics that might not be immediately clear to me. Because otherwise I stop reading chat.
Mighty path of civilization.
Damn it! It really bugs me that he has, like, no hustle. He's like, oh shit, there's a thing following me. Time to just kind of mosey run. Oh.
A temporary patch. I'll rip you to shreds.
Okay. Oh. You're alive. But there is a thing here. Okay, there we go. It does also bug me with the spitters specifically that if I hit them, they will often spawn, or they'll like often get HP back up to a certain point, just so they can run in suicide at you, and it's like, that's annoying. It's easy and easier to do a normal hit than bash. You know, that might actually be a good point. What the? Oh, doggo. Ah. Okay, I've rescued a doggo. I'm gonna name it... What am I gonna name it? I don't know what I should name dogs. Currently, I'm still dealing with residual dog grumps. It's been really quiet today with the exception of Cinco de Mayo, which has actually quieted down. Puts me in a kind of nice mood. Okay. Is this? No. Let's go fight this guy. I don't actually... This is not the right area, but I figure clearing this out. Bonk. Bonk. I really should probably learn how to fight these things. But, I find my way works pretty damn well.
Catching a deer. Go ahead. Waste your time running.
Casper the incredibly unfriendly ghost. You need to just let go for a bit and just chill. Just chill. Let me do my human thing for a while. What? Oh, okay. We did kill it. Did it get, like, more emaciated because it took the flesh off of it? Or, no, that's the 3D model just breaking badly. Okay, well, unfortunate thing, my inventory is full again. Let's see, we can eat this. No, son of a... I'm just gonna make an assault on the fortress. Unfortunately, I think no matter what, he's gonna be bombardiering. No, he's not. That's the best way to fight them you found so far, too. It just feels wrong. Like, I know I haven't finished Sekiro yet. And I should probably go back and, like, dedicate the time to do so. But, like, that game is one of those where, like, yeah, you can cheese to kill certain enemies and stuff. Let's see. But it is just so much more satisfying to learn how to fight them properly. In this game, the combat kind of sucks. I mean, it's not actually half bad, but, like, it reminds me of Elex. Like, quite a lot, actually. And, like, it's not terrible combat, but it's very clearly, like, informed by how Souls combat works, but without any of the, like, mechanical, quality, I guess, that made, you know, Souls games so good. And so, there might be satisfaction for beating enemies and stuff like that in this game. Yeesh. Let's see. But for the most part, I find myself just feeling kind of unsatisfied whenever I'm fighting anything in this game, because it's not good enough to make me feel powerful or skilled. It just makes me feel like, yep, I got through that. I don't know. I have that problem in a number of games with Soulsian style combat, because, like, they see it, they try and make something kind of similar. You stay stuck on that hill, you jerk. Okay, so what's this one? Oh, just another one of these suckers. Oops. Let's see. People actually know Elix. I thought it was the only one. I did a series on it. I didn't finish it. I think I got like 50, 60 episodes in. And then, like, just kind of got bored. I had found, like, some really powerful weapons and stuff, but, like, the game just kept going. And it was kind of one of those where it's like the mechanics weren't getting more interesting. Oh, that looks like the actual fort. I think I have to take out the nest first before I can take out the tentacle tower. Yes. God damn it. They absolutely just have this dumb threshold sometimes. For like... let's see. Gunny's out getting wood. As she does. Where it's like, you didn't one-shot this thing hard enough, therefore it gains a little bit of extra health so it could come back and blow up on you. And it's like... Hi. Let's see if this guy survives. Yep, see? I did more than half its health originally with the first heavy strike, and the second heavy strike did significantly less, just as a means of keeping it alive. That's just trolly. Okay. There we go. So fun fact, since this does despawn every enemy in the area, I can just kind of ignore the worm as long as I'm near the nest. An arrow will trigger them early. Okay. I'm just calling the game out for being cheatsy, just so those enemies are vaguely threatening. Not actually sure if I want to go for that. yet. Let's get the fort done first. I think... No, it's getting squiggly up there. Yeah, we gotta do this in fast. I'm getting cold. Which bugs me a little bit. It's 28 degrees outside. Like, that's not actually that cold. I mean, yeah, that's cold. Ow. But like, I go around in 28-degree weather in a sweatshirt. Not infrequently. And like, I don't start freezing to death. I guess wind chill probably does have somewhat of an effect. That is fair. And yeah, we could be pretty wet. No, you don't. You do have valid points there. Get in. From the top? Oh, yep. From the top. There we go. Wait. Okay, so... Oh. Works like a tower, so it actually revealed much of this area. So, a lot of mining, a lot of crafting, a lot of gathering. Hello. Gained a boon for the next reincarnation. Oh! So, I have one sliver of hope. Okay. Well, I'm pretty much just gonna hang out in here. See, can I craft anything? The answer is no. Can I... Oh! Hey! I can actually just stash stuff from here. Oh, wait. I kind of needed a couple of these. Okay, so this actually lets us deposit quite a lot of our things. Okay, 28 degrees Celsius would be pretty hot. Yep. Let me get 2 of those. And then let's rest for like 3 hours. That should be good enough.
Good morning. You're listening to Radio WBFG. I'm Ree Frazier.
What does that... None of that means anything. Okay, let's go for this. That should be enough. And we want to grab one more food. Okay, so that should be enough to tide me over for a while. I guess I probably should have gotten just a smidge more max HP, but that's fine. What else do we have here? So that's the stash. That's the strong... What's the difference between the strong box and the stash? I'm assuming the strong box is specific resources specifically for this area? I'm assuming as such. What are you? A flame of hope. So it's a one-time stash of resources. Yeah. That's cool.
Earth's last resistance. Soon, these crystals will be gone.
Okay, so can I just deposit stuff from here? No. So I have to at least go in there to actually deposit anything. Get rid of anything. Hi. I was not expecting there to be more gooners inside of this, but I guess it's guarding the goodies. Well, that's fine. Am I trapped in here? I'm trapped in here. Well, not that that really makes much of a difference. Those guys are kind of pushovers. Okay, so I guess the nourishing shard is nice. Well, okay. Anybody want to give me an overview of what the different boons do? I'm assuming revitalizing increases my max HP, quickening increases my stamina, nourishing makes it so I run out of food slower, and warming makes it so I resist cold better. I just want to make sure I'm on the same page. I was kind of hoping there'd be one or two that actually make it so I do more damage. But I guess that's all equipment based. Okay, so it just makes it so food fills you more. I guess it makes sense. Nourishing instead of... Has about the same effect. Mostly. Leave me alone. You're not even interesting to fight. Really not that interesting to fight. Okay, I'm missing one more thing from this area. That's a sweet looking couch. My couch will be here soonish. I'm looking forward to that. I'm not going to be able to use it until the end of the month, but like, eh. See, do weapons have durability in this? Nope, only torches. So what's my... Oof, that is already kind of full. Oh. So if I want to transfer things, I just do it from here. I could craft stuff, but I'm not actually sure if there's much to craft. What happens if I prematurely use a Flame of Hope? Let's find out! Alright, just gives me 4. I was hoping it wouldn't be one of those where I'd, like, use it and it'd be like, no, you only have 3? Ooh, fire arrows. You only have access to 3 torches right now, so, that one was wasted. It's like, ooh, hack. I get mad when games do that. What did I have that in recently? A couple of games where it's just like, here's your rare consumable items. You can use it. No, you can't. Psych. I guess not exactly in the same vein, but I've been playing Zanki Zero, which is kind of a survival RPG visual novel thing. I like it, but it's got some like weird points. Like you can upgrade equipment, but then you can like use that equipment to craft other equipment, and it loses the upgrade points. And it's like, well, I guess I'm just never gonna upgrade anything because why bother? See, what would fix the Ripper? Parry, dodge, and a high jump? Honestly, a much tighter combat system. Like in general. Like the thing is, because every, like, attack uses up half my stamina bar, this game will never actually, like, have full Soulsian combat, because, like, straight up, there's no reason why you really want to be up close to something. Ever? Like, it's just too risky. You're gonna run out of stamina constantly and not be able to, like, get a riposte or anything like that. And I realize that, like, that might not actually be that big of a deal, but compared to Dark Souls, where, yeah, you can actually hit enemies a fair bit before you run out of stamina. Unless you're using some, like, ridiculously... let's see. I pull up my bow. What am I doing? Oh. How's she doing? She's doing fine. Oh, I'm here. This is probably okay. But yeah, just kind of in this, I just feel like I'm not actually able to really get them in the thick of things without feeling, like, mildly punished for it. Yeah, there's not enough stamina to effectively manage. The stamina management is...
They stand strong against your mighty fists.
The stamina management is straight up just, like, trying very, very hard not to... Well, no, not trying very hard to. Is hitting an enemy once and then figuring out how to get the spacing so your stamina can come back. And that... doesn't feel great. It's not the main focus of this game, yet, at least, so I don't think it's going to, well, I don't think it's at the point where I'm going to feel particularly held back by the combat system, but it definitely doesn't feel as good as it could be, and I realize, like, these are the people that made Gianna Sisters, and apparently Bubsy. That was not on their page, but yeah, these are the guys that made the recent Bubsy game, which I think was universally panned. Ooh, do not run straight out that door. I will die. But yeah, so this is, I think, their first real foray into, like, full 3D gameplay at all. Oh, I should go figure out what that big, like, loopy thing is, seeing as it's over here. Look at how I chopped over that tree, but it didn't actually fall. It's still there. It just won't fall yet for a while. But, this is their first actual foray into making, like, a 3D action game. And I think they actually did quite well for it. But it's still very clearly, like, not as good as, like, its competitors, and that holds it back. Well, and that tree is gone. I think that's kind of unfortunate. If Dark Souls didn't exist, games like this would actually be, like, kind of acceptable. And I realize I'm comparing it to Dark Souls too much. Maybe? I absolutely hate it whenever I get, like, a copy of a game and they're like, it's Souls-like, and it's like, no, it's not. It really is not. I'm not entirely sure if you know what you're talking about. You played Dark Souls for about half an hour, figured you kind of knew how it works, and then made your game have some of the mechanics from it. There are games that can claim to be Souls-like. Salt and Sanctuary, Surge, or The Surge, Dark Devotion. Very recently, very good Souls-like. Let's see, Lords of the Fallen. What else am I thinking? Death's Gambit? Yeah, that's Souls-like-y. But, like, every once in a while I will pick up the game and it's, like, very clear where its influences are. And, yeah, I'll just call it as it is. Okay, so what is back here? Oh, it keeps going. I think it's just, like, a little bypass, nothing more. Yeah, it's a little bypass with a shard. The more shards we can get our grubby paws on, the better. Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight borrows a couple of mechanics, I would say. But that's the most that Dark Souls, or that's the most that Hollow Knight does. It stands on its own, honestly, mainly because it's such a heavy, like, basic platformer that it's hard to call it Souls-like. Honestly, the main comparison I can make between the two is straight up just the use of an Estus Flask-ish system. And even then, it's like, eh. Was it the worm? Ow. Okay, worm, I will take you on. Or attempt to. Didn't even, like, parry it that well. Okay, I parried it rather well on that one. Yeah, games should strive to make other games claim to be X-likes, not claim to be X-likes themselves, if that makes sense. Oh, absolutely. And I think it kind of varies a little bit. Because, like, what's a good example? The Surge. The Surge stands alone on its own as a decent game. But most other quote-unquote Souls-likes are just bad. What was the... God... Immortal Unchained. How many of you guys got to watch me play that weird monstrosity? Where they effectively, like, took mechanics from Dark Souls, but, like, very clearly didn't really know where they belonged, and so they just kind of jammed them together to make it.
Yourself for burial. My storm approaches swiftly.
Because Immortal Unchained was, like, a wannabe Souls-like, and leaned very heavily on the mechanics, but it was kind of clear that they really had no idea what made Dark Souls good. And didn't even make, like, a good game, even without the reliance on the Souls-like, without the Souls-like brand? I mean, it's not really a brand. Relying on the genre to, like, carry it further. The Dark Souls with guns, it was pretty grindy. Yeah, that was it.
Do you feel the cold? Death comes quickly without fire.
And it's like, it felt bad on every level because, yeah, they were trying to make a Souls-like. They weren't trying to make a good game that just borrowed from it. And there's a lot of those. You would not believe how many Binding of Isaac clones that have shown up in my inbox over the past X number of years. You know, terrible roguelikes made by people that, you know, probably were legitimate fans of roguelikes throughout the years, but really weren't sure what made those roguelikes succeed to begin with, and so they just kind of made it for the sake of making it. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're doing fine on food. See, Bloodborne. I mean, Bloodborne's made by From Software. That's one of those situations that... I'm gonna wait for the blizzard to go, and we'll see. Are we just gonna be freezing here for a while? Oh, I see. Now that the blizzard has ended, I can warm back up. We'll just do 5 hours.